In today's video, you're going to learn the very strategy that took me from £400 to 1 million. And I've decided to do this video today, like right now, because I've literally just smashed my trading session. Like everything happened in it, right? So I thought it'd be a good time to go over it all, right? I had a lot of wins, I had a loss, I had a compound trade to win my loss back. Everything happened, right? And I'm full of energy at the minute, just to show you, right? So this is today. Look how many trades I've took today. And by the way, the time's lunchtime. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. It's NFP in like 20 minutes time. Look how many trades I've taken. Look, 10 grand, right? But look how many trades I've took just today. Look, all that. There is the week. 51,000. Look how many trades I've took just this week. I'm currently addicted to trading, right? Now you're going to sit there and say, Jamie, that is a lot of trades. How the hell are you taking so many trades in that 1 week? Look at the month, right? 446,000, right? So we're going to go over all of them. We're not going to go over every single trade, right? But we'll go over how I did that. Now you have to remember one thing. I also trade the seconds time frame. So at any minute, I can jump on the chart, I'll get a setup. Like literally, even on the weekends, right? We trade in the BD group Monday to Sunday. We trade Bitcoin on weekends, right? So we are trading 7 days a week. And at any time, I can bring up the 5-second time frame and I'll take a trade on it, right? There's setups everywhere, right? If a setup appears on the 1 hour, I'll take it. I'm dialed in and focused. Now, before I show you this, before I show you the strategy, you have to remember one thing. Everything I do in trading is designed to win trades. My whole strategy, my whole method, my whole mindset is designed to win trades. That's all I care about. I don't care about the numbers. I just care about winning trades because if I win trades, the money will follow. Don't focus on the money because that's what's going to lead to failure. You focus on the skill, the setup, the trading. The money will follow, right? I started my trading career 8 years ago as a binary trader. Okay, binary is where you're betting, buy and sell, right? It doesn't matter if you win by 5 pips, 1 pip, 100 pips. A win is a win. If it goes up and I bet it's going up and I win, it's a win. That is it, right? And that's always been my concept and the way that I trade. To show you right now, I'm going to show you this video on the chart on here, right? So as you can see, this was filmed in 2021. As you can see here, this is what pretty much made me famous, right? During COVID, during lockdown, me and a few of my binary members decided to do a challenge. Let's do 1,000 winning trades in a row. So what you're seeing here is the C Trader platform in 2021. Now look at this, from August, September, October, November. That is 4 months of 100%. And what this particular member is doing is adding up each individual trade. You see how it says there, 169 trades, 332 trades. He's adding it up here, okay? And this was a challenge we did during COVID because we had nothing else to do, right? We were bored. So I thought, let's try and do 1,000 winning trades in a row. Now, this particular member actually did 1,000 winning trades in a row. I think I managed, I can't remember exactly, 98% win ratio or something like that. I mean, I maybe got like 50, 60 losses. I can't remember to be exact, but this member actually beat me. Look, as you can see there. And just to show you that that is not faked, this is the C Trader platform here, right? And if you go to the analytics here, you can see it's got the month and you click on it and it says, look, 117 trades, 75% win ratio. This one is 6 trades, 66% win ratio. This isn't me. This is a EA that I'm building and testing, right? So as you can see there, okay, that actually happened. And this is 2021, okay? So my hold, and by the way, that member who did that was also a binary trader like me. Me and him made a lot of money in binary, and then we really didn't want to go over to Forex. But if you analyze the way I trade now, it's very similar, right? High win ratio, winning trades. That's the #1 priority. Now, why am I showing you that? Because I want to show you what is actually achievable in trading if you believe in it and you put the time and effort in to make it happen, right? There's a disconnect in trading, right? I want to talk about it quickly before we jump on the charts because I want you to understand my mindset going into this strategy before I teach you it. Okay, well, I'll show you it, right? There's a massive disconnect in trading, right? Because everyone teaches you that trading's very mechanical. You follow a set of rules and you enter a trade, right? Okay, that's fine. So it's mechanical based. It's based on numbers and probability. That's fine. But how come they also say that trading's 99% psychology, only 1% chart time? So if that's the case, the way we trade has to be suitable for our psychology too, right? I'll give you an example, right? We all in trading want 100% win ratio. Every time we take a trade, we want to win a trade. Every trade we take, we want to win it. Now, people won't tell you that on YouTube because they like to be professional, but deep down, that's the truth. When we take a trade, we want to win it. Fact. However, we can agree that we don't mind having the occasional loss. We accept that we're not going to get losses and that we accept we're not always going to win all the time and we will get losses. But as long as we see consistent profits, we don't mind the odd loss. So we can agree on that together, that yes, we would like 100% in trading, but accept that we can't. So as long as we see consistent wins, we don't mind the odd loss. We can agree on that. That's fine. So our trading has to reflect that, because this is fact. After the third loss in trading, that is the crucial part. It is very likely after the third loss, you will blow your trading account. You will fail your prop firm challenge. That is fact. People don't mind the first loss. People don't mind the second loss. But it's normally the third loss that is that critical moment on which, if we get that fourth loss, we will blow our trading accounts. And I have seen so many people reach out to me with that very problem. There was some guy a few weeks ago, professional trader, making extreme large amounts of money. And he said to me, he sent me a voice note. I'm not going to show you here out of respect. He says, Jamie, I need your help, mate. I'm going for a really rough time at the minute. I'm struggling with money and I've just had 3 losses and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of this. I'm arguing with my wife. I don't know what to do. Right? My answer to you is, right, could you have done something to avoid those 3 losses? Let me give you another example right now. And again, you're going to agree with me on this one. Imagine you take a trade, right, and it goes into drawdown and you're £500 into drawdown. Okay? And then you think, oh, should I close it? And you decide, no, I'm going to leave it. It will turn. And then it goes to £1,000 drawdown. And now you're thinking, damn it, I should have closed it at £500. There you go. Right? If you just had 3 losses, if you'd got out a break even to avoid those 3 losses, would you do it? Yes, exactly. So that's what I teach you. Don't accept the losses. If we can do something to get out of that trade, we will. Okay? Move on to the next one. We will not be controlled and dictated by the losses that we had. We focus on the setup we take. We focus only on that setup. We don't look at the numbers, and that will make a big difference, right? If I said to you right now, would you rather get out of a trade with a small win or a loss? The small win every time, right? Now, the people will tell you, yeah, you should have a good money management, right? 1 to 3 risk reward and, a good strategy. And yeah, on paper, that might make sense. In reality, it doesn't, right? If you take 3 losses in a row, who's that guy on YouTube? Alex guy. Just made £1 million, £100 to £1 million. Drives a pink Bugatti. I only follow him because he owns a Bugatti and I like cars and he likes cars. He took £100 to £1 million, $1 million in America. But yet, he's just had 2 weeks of consistent losses. 2 weeks of consistent losses. And he actually said to himself, he said to the camera, he said, if I get 2 wins now, we're still down. How negative is that? I mean, really? What's the point of even taking the trade? Like, if you're so much negative down, and if you win the next 2 trades, you're still down. Like, I would look at that and say, could I have done something to get out early? Could I have avoided those losses? Do you know what I mean? The concept, yeah, on paper, might work. In reality, because trading is 99% psychology, it won't. Now, we can't eliminate psychology. We're still going to chase trades. We're still going to be upset when we make money. We're still going to be upset when we lose money. I'm 10 years into trading and I still get upset and annoyed when I lose trades, right? But okay, can I do something about it? Could I have done something? If I can't do anything about it, forget about it, next trade. So what you're going to see in this video is exactly how I trade, stepping into my mind. So let's go. So this is my weapon of choice. This is my strategy. This is the Mogwai Reversal strategy. So, you know, I love teaching you lovely lot to trade. Like, yes, you'll have to pay to join me and trade live with me and get access to this, but I don't mind showing you this stuff for free on a video because it's motivational, right? You might learn something from it. So this is the Mogwai Reversal strategy. This is from the binary destroyer indicator. So when you join us, you get the binary destroyer indicator, and the binary destroyer indicator has like 5 or 6 built-in strategies. If you just go to the settings here, you can see the BD strategy, ANS, BENS, pullback, Mogwai Reversal, and London Open. So these are all of the binary destroyer strategies, and this is the Mogwai Reversal strategy, okay? Because we have different strategies. But this is our most popular one. This is our most famous one. This is what everybody trades. Now, before you ask, I didn't create this strategy. So before you say, well, you're going to be good at it because it's your strategy. You're wrong, mate. It's not my strategy. I had to learn this strategy. So this was created by a BD member 2 years ago, right? I got the same training like everybody else, and over the years, we've just tweaked it and we made it a lot better. We've added the alerts in. I added arrows when the MACD goes over bought or sold. We adjusted the rules slightly, as in pullback and structure, the first pullback and second structure. So this has been out for around 2 years now, and we've just made it the best it can be. If you want my opinion, I'm going to say this is the best strategy you'll ever trade. The reason being, and again, I know that's going to be like divided opinion because I'm going to tell you it's the best because I use it, right? However, I like this because it's a mixture of both, right? There's some strategies out there that heavily rely on indicators, and a lot of people struggle with that because they can't see beyond the indicator because that's all they rely on. And then some people just trade pure price action and they struggle to find structure or some kind of entry signal on their charts because all they've got is candlesticks, right? They have to do it themselves. With an indicator like the Mogwai Reversal, it plays both hands. So, you know, it's using an indicator for our entry points and signals, but we use the price action as in trend trading to confirm the trend, confirm pullbacks to give us trades with the trend. So it's a mixture of both. So this is a trend trading strategy, and the idea is to get into trades with the pullback, right? So to give you an example here, we are above the EMA, we have an uptrend, we have a pullback, we have an uptrend, we have a pullback, and we have an uptrend, right? In a downtrend, you'd have the same downtrend, pullback, okay? Downtrend. That's pretty much the concept behind it. It is getting into trades on a pullback. Now, what makes this so good is it is an extremely high win ratio strategy, meaning if you just want to get in and out 5-10 pips, you can do that. If you are that trader that likes to have big risk rewards, you don't mind having 5 losses in a row, but as long as you get like a 10% profit gain, that's fine. You know, you can take this one for a tight stop loss and make 10% if that's what you like. If you want to just be in and out, you can be, right? Not only that, this works on any time frame, literally from the 1 second, the 5 minutes, to all the way up to the daily time frame. If I was to go to the daily time frame, which is going to be down here, you are going to get settles because it is a trend trading strategy. As you can see here, I probably wouldn't take that one because there's no structure, but you get the idea. Uptrend, pullback, uptrend, right? So again, if you're a swing trader or you're a scalper, it works for any style of trading, right? And that is why I like it. That's why I'm so good at it, right? Because I think it's very good. Again, when you are trading, there are different trading styles: trend trading, counter trend, and, you know, consolidation trades like breakouts and etc. What makes this so unique with trend trading is we are trading the current market, not what we are speculating. So if I was to go back to the 1 hour time frame right now, okay, and I was to just put a random line, I did this in my last video and a lot of people were like, wow, Jamie, you make sense. If I was just to put a random line in, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, hold on, do it over here, right? 3, 2, 1, stop, done, right? Now, if I go left, look, if I go left, can you see how this random line has now bounced off that support line? Oh my God. I mean, look, it's even over here as well. Hold on. Keep going. Look at that. Look at that, right? Just there. So you can see now, just by plotting a random line, I've tried to now justify why that line is valid. Now, this is why you don't make money in trading. If you draw any kind of structure or support and resistance or institutional level or anything where you are speculating, so like if price comes to this zone, I will sell from it, that's speculating. And it's very much likely a fabrication of your psychology in your brain. So meaning like if I was to go like this here, look where price is going down right now, right? And I put a random line there. Okay, and I go left and I see, oh, look, we've just bounced off it there. You see that bounce off there? So I'm now looking at this here and saying, when price comes down to this level, I will buy from it. Well, that is a random line, but because I've gone back, I've tried to justify why that line is valid. I've actively gone out to search to find reassurance that that's a valid line. Again, I've fabricated it. That line could have been up there. That line could have been there. Right? Look at that line there. Now I'll put it here. Watch this. Look, you see, now I've got this touch just there. You see, these are fabrications, right? They're just random lines, and I'm trying to justify why that's valid. What we need to be doing is looking at what the current market is doing and trading in that current situation. That's why the Mogwai Reversal is so good, because you are trading the market. You're just trading the market, right? If the price is going up, you wait for the pullback, you buy the market. It's that simple. And I know it is sounding simple, but when you implement it on the charts, boy, oh boy, it's a different story, because, you know, it's psychology, right? It's, you'll get done over it. So go on the 1 hour charts here, right? So I'm going to go over this valid setup here, right? So here, okay? There's a nice sell just there, but we'll go over two setups, one on the 1 hour and one on the 5 or 10 seconds, whatever, right? We'll pick a time frame. So like I said, when we're trading the Mogwai Reversal, I'm looking for us to be above the EMA. If we're above the EMA, it means what? It's an uptrend, okay? Not only do I want it to be above the EMA, I want to see some kind of uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback, uptrend, okay? Now, in this uptrend, pullback, and uptrend and pullback, we have pullback 1, we have pullback number 2, and pullback number 3. Now, which one's going to give me the best chance of winning this trade? 1, 2, or 3? I know what you're thinking, number 1. Well, wrong. Number 1 is very difficult to spot. The reason being is because if price goes up like this here and then comes down, how do I know that that is a pullback? I don't. I'm guessing. Like a support and resistance, I'm guessing that is a pullback. It's not only until it does that, then I go, oh yeah, it's a pullback. And now it's obvious. There you go. So now we've got a trend. You see? So what we then do is we wait for the pullback, and then I go, well, this is pullback 1. This is pullback number 2. I'm going to ride the trend and I make lots of money. Then you get pullback number 3. Would I take this trade? No. Why? Because the move already happened. The move happened down here. So pullback number 3 would be like plan B. It's like, well, this was the better setup, but because I missed that setup, I'm going to take this one here. No, we don't take like setups like that. We want to be confident that that's the setup we take and that's the one that's going to win. Remember, focus on the wins, not the losses, right? So this setup here is not going to give me a good probability of winning. This trade might win. It might win. It might keep going up into an uptrend. It might be the 4th pullback, the 5th pullback. But I don't want that. This is the sweet spot. I want pullback number 2. Okay? So when you go to this setup here, hold on, price comes down here. I've now got my structure just there. So as you can see, we've now got pullback number 1. Oh my God, it is above the EMA. It is come back to structure. Hallelujah. Now I'm sitting there going, yes, yes, this is now a trend. All I have to do is sit on my hands now and wait for price to come back to the previous structure. And as long as we get a setup, as in the MACD goes over sold, we get an alert, everything lines up perfectly, I take the trade. You ready? 3, 2, 1, hold on. I actually took this trade there, right? There. Okay, now we had a few wicks here, but I actually took this trade. Okay, now am I going to get alert here? I think I'm going to get alert. Hold on. Yeah, there we go there, right? So now I've got my alert. So I've decided this is the 1 hour charts, right? So I've spent 4 hours waiting for this setup to appear. This setup has appeared. What do I want to do? I want to make money on this trade. Right? I don't want to lose it. I don't want to go through no periods of losses and, it's all right because if I lose this, I got to get a 1 to 2 on the next trade. No. Priority to win this trade. Now, yes, we're not always going to win every trade, but that's why you become very selective on the trades you take. Right? We are only taking the perfect trades. And we have to be confident that it's the perfect trade. If it's not, and you second guess it, as in, Jamie, is this a setup that I would take? My answer to you is, you tell me, right? Because you need to know. You need to know that that's the setup you want to take. I can't give you the answer because I'm not going to be there all the time. It's not my money you're risking. It's your money. So you need to make that decision that that's the trade you're going to take, right? So once you take this trade, right, I like to get my stop loss out of the way. My stop loss normally being below the previous low, which is just there. Okay, I'll probably put it a little bit lower. Why do I put it there? Because this is a trend trading strategy. As in, if price goes up and pulls back and then goes up and pulls back and I put my stop loss just there and then price does this and goes up, unfortunately, even though it was still a trend, we lost the trade because our stop loss was so tight. Why was your stop loss so tight? Because it's very likely you wanted a big profit or you're recovering a loss. You just had a loss and you want to recover it. You see? Emotions, money, right? You're controlled by the losses. So I like to get my stop loss out of the way because it allows some breathing space. Because if this is the trend, which I know it's a trend, it's confirmed it's a trend, I can see it's a trend, right? It doesn't matter if your entry point's rubbish. It doesn't need to be to the point, to the pip, okay? If it's with the trend, it's going to win. It's like Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin's going up and you buy it at a random time and it's still going into an uptrend, you will win the trade. Right? It's quite simple. If you buy an uptrend, you will win the trade. It's an uptrend. You'd only lose the trade if it wasn't an uptrend or it suddenly reversed on you. But then if it suddenly reversed on you, you got to ask the question, where was the start of the uptrend? Was it pullback number 4, right at the top, or was it at the start? Okay? So in terms of take profit on this one is I like to target the top of the zone, right? Now this is my little hack that I do, right? I don't call it a little hack, but it is. So I like to take partials at the top of the zone there, okay? Hold on, I thought my phone was going off. Why do I like to take partials there? Because I don't want price to come up like this here and then reverse and drop. That's not what I could, right? Because yes, we have an uptrend there. We have a pullback. We have an uptrend. We have a pullback. We have an uptrend. Oh, look, and then it reverse. Right? So for me, I like to take partials there, okay? Number one, I don't care if that move from that bottom to the top is 5 pips. I don't care if it's 1 pip. I don't care if it's 1,000,000 pips. That's where I take partials, there. If you don't think it's worth taking the trade, don't take the trade, right? We have to do what we have to do, okay? So I take partials there. In terms of partials, I like to take around 90%. The reason being is because I won't move my stop loss to break even. Why don't I move my stop loss to break even? Quite simple, okay? You know when people say, move your stop losses to break even, it protects the profit. Okay, right, let me give you an example of why that's rubbish. There's your entry point. There's your stop loss. Price goes all the way up to here. Then you move your stop loss to break even. You think, I'm going to lock in those profits. If price comes back down to your stop loss at break even, you've got no profits to protect. There's nothing. You've just been stopped out at break even. You've had an entire trade go all the way into profit. Then you've decided for some unknown reason, I'll move my stop loss to break even, right? It protects the profit. You haven't got any profit now. You've just been stopped out at break even. You're better off taking partials. At least you then got money in your account. At least, do you know what I mean, right? It's common sense, but most people don't trade with common sense, right? Because sometimes you got to think, you got to look at it, why are you doing that? Right? Oh, it's protect the account. It's protect the profits. But you're not going to have any profits after your stop loss is hit because it's break even. So what I like to do is I like to take ideally 90% and I won't move my stop loss. So it means if price comes all the way back down, okay, then, I only lose 10% and, I'm still in profit. So at this point here, everything is completely risk-free. So this gives me a consistently high win ratio, right? At the same time, because I've still got money on the table, I can ride this all the way up, right? I can give me so much opportunity to ride this all the way up, right? You see what happens on this one? Okay, what I like to do, okay, is if you actually analyze, let me go into the Telegram group, right? If you actually notice what I do, and we'll go into the free group here, and we'll go over the trades that I've called this morning, right? Here, what you'll actually find here, here's a good example of a trade I took earlier, right? So this is GPUSD 5 seconds, right? So you can see how I've got my stop loss above the high, which is there. Again, we've got that confirmed pullback now. Downtrend pullback, downtrend pullback. Stop loss above the high, because again, if price goes up, then it comes down. Again, I'm going to be taking partials there. That's a priority. Now, my take profit, look how wild it is. That's fine, right? You can have a take profit of like 100 pips. It doesn't matter as long as you take partial. So what happened here, you see how it came down and then reversed like this here. You can actually see I took partials on the sell here. Okay, and then what happened? Look, it comes all the way back down. That's why you don't set a stop loss at break even, because that's what happens. So you've actually not made any money on this trade because you got stopped out at break even. And then, you know, what I would have done and what I do is, like I said, I made most of my profit there, and then it rides all the way down. Look what happened. Look at it. It keeps going all the way down. That went down, I swear to God, right? Let me just show you that particular trade on the 5 seconds, I think it was. Look how much that went down, right? And again, it covers both. Is it here? Hold on. Here, right? It's going to be up here. Look at it, right? Look at that trade. Oh, it's on the 10 seconds, but look at that trade. Look how far it went down. Now, I'm doing all options are covered, all options. High win ratio, and at the same time, I'm still maximizing that profit and I'm protecting it. All this profit from here on down is risk-free, completely risk-free. It's just free money. Well, can't say technically free money, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's not setting random levels and going, well, you know, I need to get this to cover losses back. It's covering as much as I can out of this trend. And this is my point that I'm trying to say. Think about this, right? And you're going to understand this and you'll be like, oh, Jamie, this makes perfect sense. Okay? You take a trade. You close the trade off at 10 pips, take profit. Price reverses, stops you out. And you think, whew, I closed that at the right time. That was lucky. And then the opposite happens. Same trade, you close off at 10 pips, but then it goes off to 100 pips. Now you feel frustrated because you could have got more. You closed it too early. Now you feel disheartened, right? At the end of the day, you closed it at 10 pips. You should be happy. You should be grateful for that. You should be proud that you took a winning trade and you made money on it. But you don't. You feel disheartened because you could have got more. So what I do in here is covering all options. I'm taking profit as soon as I can out of the trade, maintains consistency. I like seeing the blues. It helps psychology. And I'm trying to push the trade as much as I can, but it's completely risk-free from now on. And this makes a huge difference in my trading. What I do, right, is I'll take a trade. And when I do this challenge, when I did this challenge from 400 quid to $1 million, this is how it was, right? I take a trade, I get partials, stopped out. Take partial, stopped out. Take partial, stopped out. Take partial, stopped out. Made money on every single trade, right? And then I'd take a trade and it would just do this. It would just melt. And then I'd make like 20 grand. So it'd be like this, right? I'd take 10 trades and I'd make £1,000, £1,000, £1,000, £1,000, one loss, £1,000, boom, 20 grand. Because this is what I do. I take the trade. If it reverses on me, I'm out of the trade, move on. DAX. There was a trade on DAX this morning, right? And again, hold on. This is the first trade at the bottom. Look at this one here, right? Is that DAX? No, it wasn't DAX. It was this one here. Look at this one. USD Chef. Okay? 5 seconds. Let's go over this trade here and you'll see the exact concept that I'm talking about, right? So USD Chef here, I'm losing my voice at the minute, right? You can see that I'm struggling, right? Where's that trade? This is, hold on. Here, right? In fact, this one went flying. Look at this one. Look at this one. But you see the difference on what happens when you confirm a trend, right? You confirm a trend. I didn't even realize that. Look, I thought price was, yeah, that's annoying. But you can see what happens, right? Confirms a trend. But you see the difference? That's what you can do. That's what gets at. That's the sort of money you can make, right? When you ride the trend. But sometimes, right, going over, let me just find you a quick example of what I mean. This isn't a valid trade at all, right? This is not a valid trade at all, right? Because, but I'm just going to go over it quickly so you get a better understanding of my concept. But this isn't valid, by the way, right? This isn't valid, right? So here we go here, right? Now, why is this trade not valid even though we've got an alert? Because this is not the fact. Actually, no, this is valid. This is valid here. This is the first pullback there, okay? And this is the second pullback here, right? Now, look at the difference here. Look at the psychology in this setup, right? So I take this trade here. This is the 5-second time frame, okay? So same again, ignore the pips. I'm not bothered about the pips. Just ignore the pips, right? So again, I target the bottom of the zone down here. This is 1.7 pips. I probably wouldn't take this trade. But I'm giving you an example of what I mean, right? You see how price has just come down and touch that zone there? That's where I have to take partials. I'm not looking at that and going, well, that's 1.5 pips. Okay, yeah, on the 5 seconds, it's not worth taking that particular trade. But you have to take partials. You have to do what the market's telling you to do. Because if you don't and you go, well, I want 5 pips out of this trade minimum, what happens? You lose the trade. Right? There you go there. Price went all the way up and you would have lost the trade. Now, for me, I would have made money on that particular trade. Maybe not that one because of the pips, right? But what I'm saying is when you take that trade, that level there is extremely important, right? I would have took profit from that trade, moved on. And then I would have took something like USD Chef, right? I would have took, which I did take USD Chef. Okay, I would have took something like USD Chef and I'm thinking, right, next trade, where is it? Hold on, here, right? And then I would have took this trade here and a boom, it would have gone flying. So you can see the difference is I would have made money on both trades. One of them, okay, wasn't the best. I just made a bit of profit, right? This one went flying, but I made money on both trades. I didn't need to force this trade because I didn't get a loss on the previous one. If I did get a loss, then I probably would have gone in this with a different mindset, maybe pushed it a bit further. But again, it could have easily reversed at the top, which I don't know. And then I'm chasing the profits, which is again, coming back to you can't handle the losses and you're chasing the money. You focus on the individual setup. Now, not only this, I also have something called a compound method, right? Now, a compound method is basically, I've got to find the compound trade on my phone. Give me a sec here. Let me go into the group chat here, and I'm going to find my compound method here. Where's my compound trade? It's going to be this morning. I took a compound trade this morning. Here we go here. Is it Aussie Chef? No. Hold on. I took a compound trade. Give me a sec here. Give me a sec here. Where's my compound trade? I took a loss. I mean, there's a lot of wins. There's a lot of wins this morning, like I said. Where's my compound trade? No, right. Give me a sec here. I'm going to have to find my compound trade. I think it's going to be in my pictures. Hold on. Here. Right, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Here. Aussie Chef, 10 seconds, right? Here we go here, right? So this is a compound trade, okay? And you're going to understand, again, common sense on why I do this, okay? Hold on, where's the Aussie Chef? Okay. Now, this is a compound method. So this is basically a backup of a strategy. So most people accept losses as part of a strategy. I don't, right? I like to have something called a compound method, right? So why did I create this compound method before you ask the question? So when I was building my small account to a larger account, like I said, 400 grand, £400 to $1 million, I wanted to work out how I could grow my account faster without necessarily increasing my lot size or going for a bigger take profit. Because ultimately, there's two ways you can grow account. Increase your lot size, increase your take profit. Well, increasing my take profit isn't necessarily going to work because I'm changing what already works. So increasing my take profit is going to result in more losses. Okay, so that's not going to work. The next one is increasing my lot size. Yes, that's great, but again, psychology might kick in and I might decide, you know what, I don't feel comfortable doing this, okay? So I came up with this cracking idea, I know, that what I'll do is I'll look at my losses. Could I have done something about the losses that I had to avoid them? Voila, I came up with the compound method. So this basically is like a safety net to the safety net. So I trade the Mogwai Reversal, which is a trend trading strategy. Amazing. Stop loss out of the way. Great. Protects so I don't get stopped out. Partials on the way. Great. Locks in profit. If all of that fails, and the trade loses, I've then got a backup to win me it back. If that fails, then I've lost 2 trades. Move on. Can't do nothing about it, right? But maybe I'll come up with a third one. Right, anyway, okay? So same again. First pullback here to structure. You see that? Price comes down here. This is the 10-second time frame again, right? There's the first pullback there. So once I get the first pullback, voila, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I know when we come down here that now, look, we've got lower low. Hold on, I have done that wrong. Here we're here. Right, we got a lower low. We got a pullback, lower low, pullback. Thank you very much. This is going to be like, you know what I mean? Like this is, now you see it, it's like, yeah. All I got to do is wait for price to hit the structure. Hold on, it chops around for a bit. Okay, hold on, it is coming down. It is coming down. And then it comes down here. Just here, ready? There. This is it. Right, hold on. Oh, this says it's an A setup. You ready? I'm going to get an alert in a minute. Right, anyway, it's giving me an A setup. I'll probably turn it off, right? So if I actually turn the indicator on, the alerts on, I'd get an alert here. So I take this trade. Now, same again, stop loss above the high, protects the account. Again, you notice how it's above the previous high? That makes a difference, okay? So as price comes down like this here, okay, and I'm like, damn it, we didn't come all the way down to the bottom there. So like I said, that's not even close to my partials. So this is a loss. So what I then do is I look at the top here. You see how you got the previous low, previous high? What I then do is if we get an arrow at the top of that previous high, I will sell it back down to recover my loss. So as you can see, now we've got the high, okay? And obviously that's the low, that's the high. Now only, and I say only, if we get a MACD arrow at the previous high, I will then take it down. And what I normally do is I compound my trade, okay? So i.e. what I'll do is I'll show you the trade so you get more transparency. Actually show you the trade. The day. Aussie Chef. Can you see the Aussie Chef loss at 10 lot? Hold on. There. Right? Hold on. There. So you can see the Aussie Chef at 10 lots just there. See that? A 15 lot. See the 15 lot there? Okay. So I go into this trade. I went into the first trade at 10 lots, right? Lost the trade. Well, in fact, I didn't actually lose the trade. I held it open slightly just to see if we'd bounce off this level. So I held one of them open because I took 2 trades. Again, why do I take 2 trades? It's easier, okay? It's easier to manage my trades if I take 2 trades. So what I do with 2 trades is instead of going into each trade and going click on it, close partials, I treat the 2 trades as partials. So the first trade, I will be my partial trade, and the second trade I'll leave open, right? And I might close partials on that as well. So by having two trades open, I'm more flexible. I can either close them both at the same level, or I can close one of them at the previous low and then leave the other one to like ride with the trend all the way down, and then I can take partials on that trade. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just having one trade and then going edit, partials, close, edit, partials, close. It's more time consuming. It's easy to take two trades and just go click, close, partials done. One trade still open. And then once I ride it down, I can then edit that one and close all the way down partials, right? So back to this setup here. I take this trade at 15 lots, okay? So I actually significantly increase my lot size on this, and all I'm doing is covering my loss back. That's all I'm doing. It covers the loss back. I wait until the MACD goes oversold, which is there, and that is it. Now on this occasion, price went lower, but this is a very good example of what I mean. You notice how the last trade, or the last two trades I've showed you, they're gone with the trend. Can you see how this was with the trend also, but yet we got stopped out? That's the frustration part, right? Is that we did everything right. We traded with the trend. It was correct. I confirmed the trend. I took the trade on the pullback, but yet I got stopped out. So this is like a compound method to basically re-enter the trade and ride it back down, okay? Now, yes, this might lose as well, and I might lose two trades. But let me ask you a question, and this is just like from a trader to a trader. If you've just lost a trade, would you want the option to do something about that to win that trade back? If the answer is yes, there's your answer. If you go, no, I'll accept the loss, that's fine. That's fine. You can accept the loss, next trade, move on. But I like to say, you know what? This would frustrate me. Personally, this would frustrate me, knowing that I did everything right and I could have done something about it. That's why I go back and say, you know, if you've had 3 losses in a row, could you do something about it? Going back to what I first said, if you had the option to get out of those 3 losses at break even, I guarantee 100% of the time, you would all choose the option of yes. You'd rather get out at break even than to have the 3 losses. And this is what I do with all of my trading. If I had the option to win this trade back, I would take it. If it's a loss, I'll accept it, right? And that's all of my trading. What's everyone going on about? I think everyone's smashing it. TP on GJ, look, same again, confirmation of a trend, right? Look, uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback, uptrend. There you go, stop loss at the previous low, target at the top of the zone. There you go. So yeah, that is literally the strategy I use to take £400 to $1 million. And that is it. It's just rinse and repeat. Setup after setup after setup after setup after setup. Right? It's not about getting like the big wins on every trade. It's not about loss, big win. It's like trade, bang, profit, done. Is the trade going to go anymore? If it's not, close it. Next trade. And that's it, right? If you go at the charts right now, right? If I was to go into like, I don't know, like here, right? Gold on the 10 seconds. I wouldn't take any of that one. I wouldn't take any of that one. Let me find you quickly one. I'm not going to take a trade because it's NFP right now. There might be, or what was and this, like I said, right, 10 seconds. There might be a setup just here. Why is my binary destroyer broken? The internet's rubbish. Hold on. It's because it's NFP. NFP. And everything's going a little bit crazy at the minute. Here we go. Right. Okay, you ready? So 10 seconds here, right? No, I'm trying to find your setup. Look how fast I'll find a setup, right? Here. I'm going to get some setups. Again, here. I'm trying to find you a setup. No. Let me see if I can find you a quick setup just to finish it off. Yeah, I'm not going to take the trade, but I just want to show you, right? Here, right? Hold on. No. Boom. What's this got? Boom. 1 to 2. What's this one? These members are smashing it. Here we go here, right? Let's go over this setup here. This member's smashing it. What the hell? GPJPY 1 minute. Beautiful. Look at that. Right. GPJPY. We'll find the setup. Okay. BD members have answered that question for me. Thank you very much. GPJPY 1 minute. Let's go. Okay. Nice. Right. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So this particular member, I personally don't like this particular trade, okay? But I know this member, oh, hang it. I know members like it. That's a terrible stop loss. Anyway, right, going back to here. Here, right? So again, this is why this member took it, because obviously he's seen the lower low and lower high. So you can see here, he's got basically downtrend, look, downtrend, pullback, downtrend, pullback, blah, 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 right? Get the idea. I personally wouldn't take this trade because I like to see us below the structure. I like to see that first pullback below the structure there, but you get the idea, right? Like I said, the strategy is so dynamic, right? It's just trend trading, that is all, right? You know, if you want to get in on the first pullback, you can do it. If you want to get on the second pullback, you can do it. If you want to take every pullback, you can do it, right? Just understand that trading's about you and your psychology and what you want to achieve. If you want to take every setup, take every setup. If you just want to take the second one like me, right? Love calling them and they win. What did he call? He didn't call anything. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed that mini session. My name is Jamie Palmer. Thank you for watching.